Okay, so this is driving multiple LEDs, including Bluetooth, a potentiometer, and an RGB. Hello.
Oh, I did the opposite.
And so we start here. We have our 3 LEDs and the RGB LED potentiometer. And we start with the red LED, and we follow the red wire, and it goes to the 9 port. And the yellow LED, we follow the orange wire, it goes to the 8 port. We have the green LED, which follows the green wire, goes to the 7 port. And then after that, we have the RGB LED, which the red wire goes to the 6 port. Then the green and the RGB LED goes to the 5 port, and the blue goes to the 4 port. And then we have our potentiometer going to A0, which is the analog output. And then we have 600 ohm load resistors here, as well as the another red wire here goes to 3.3 volts and powers this part of the board right here. And we have the ground too of that part. We also have another ground cable right here. And that is the board. So this is the code portion of the multiple LEDs video. And so here we set the LED pins in an array. It allows us to set multiple pins in just one statement. And here we set the BLE peripherals, and then we have our setup loop down here. Set the board name, as well as the BLE utilities, as well as we set the characteristic value to 0, and we begin the Bluetooth. And down here we just set the LED pin outputs. Down further, if the characteristic value is turned to any value other than 0, it turns that RGB LED on, and the random LED starts. And so here is the random LED method, and we start with an int tool, which is just to prime the while loop so that it runs forever. And so start with sensor pin equals 0, set the sensor pin, and we set the sensor value equal to the analog read sensor pin. That's just so we can read the potentiometer value, and it also prints the potentiometer value as well. Then we make 2 indexes. Index 1, index 2 is just the variable name that we use to create a random number, and we pick that random number from the array to blink. So the first random number, which picks a random LED, will go on high, and the second random number will go on high, and then it will delay by the sensor value, and then it will go on low, which means that the LED will turn off. And so it just makes 2 random LEDs go on and then off. So here's the program actually working. So if we write the value, we just put in 1, send it the value, and the program starts working. So it just blinks 2 LEDs at a time, but it just picks 2 random numbers, and whatever number the LED is, it just blinks. And with the RGB, sometimes 2 colors will be on, and it will create a different color. And as well, if 2 of the random numbers are the same, just 1 LED will be on. And here we have our potentiometer. We can make it go faster or slower. That's slower, and this is faster.
Is where you hiring?
Thanks for watching.